Right, guys, welcome for the second live commentary game on the channel today. It is the Pumas up against the Griquas, and we now know that the Pumas and the Griquas both will qualify for the semi-finals of the Currie Cup. So Marius van der Westhuizen is in the referee for today's game. We are quickly going to run through the team lineup. So we've got for the Pumas, we've got Devin Williams, Tapira Mafura, Sebastian de Klerk, Eddie Fouché, Jade Stichling, Tinus de Beer, and Chriswell September. This is a very formidable backline for this Pumas side, and the same one that beaten the Cheetahs last week. So looking forward to this one. And in the forwards, Philly Engelbrecht, Pumzile Mokongwana, Daniel Martins, Shane Kirkwood, Dion Slabbert, Ignatius Prinsloo, Edwin Swart, and Corne Fourie. They've looked really dangerous at times throughout this competition. And then on the bench, Llewellyn Klaasen, Dewald de Maritz, Simon Rowe, Kwanda de Massa, Andre Fouché, Jovan Snyman, Ali Majima, and Diago Apolis. So an unchanged side from the one that beaten the Cheetahs last week. And if we have a look at the Griquas side, we've got Ashland Davids, Munir Hartzenberg, Sango Yamlaza, Reinhard Fortuin, Luther Obi, George Whitehead, and Stefan Unrega. And the only change coming in is George Whitehead into the starting lineup in the place of Sander Duplessis, who got injured last week. And then forwards-wise, we've got Sibabala Goma, Hanru Sergel, Neil Otto, Derek Pretorius, Johan Retief, Hanu Botha, Simon Westraat, and Kutzwai Dube. So I think it's an unchanged forwards for the Griquas as well. The Griquas side that beat the Western Province last week. And then on the bench, Hanko Ace, Eddie Davids, Andre Skitter, Cameron Lindsay, Werner Ghosh, Johan Mulder, and Fila Posso, as well as Christopher Hollis. So Gustav Durant, Dupula, and Urania not part of this. So if the Pumas win with a bonus point here, they will end in third, which will mean that there will be a bit of a shake-up when the playoffs come. But as it stands at the moment, it's going to be the Bulls up against the Pumas and the Bulls up against the Griquas. So, the Bulls up against the Pumas and the Cheetahs against the Griquas in the semi-finals. But as far as this game is concerned, there's no fire left in this one. Both teams have qualified after the Sharks lost to the Western Province a little bit earlier on. So that is the tale of the tape. And we've got two teams that's already qualified for the playoffs playing against each other here in what basically is a dead rubber between the two sides at the moment. Had the Sharks won that game against the Western Province, this one would have been a vital game in the contest. But it is what it is. And unfortunately for the Sharks and the Western Province, not able to make the playoffs of the Currie Cup in the first time in a couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams line up and how the quality of play will be between the two sides that has now just qualified for the Currie Cup playoffs. And the other two teams, obviously the Blue Bulls and the Free State Cheetahs, which will be in action tomorrow. So you can almost now say this is the dress rehearsal for the playoffs. It's just been split up a little bit. The two teams that won't be lining up against each other in the semi-finals will be playing against each other. So the Pumas against the Griquas and the Cheetahs against the Bulls in basically what is just a curtain raiser to what should be the semi-finals between either the Cheetahs and the Pumas or the Griquas. It's just about where each of these two teams end up in the competition. As it stands, the Bulls on top against the Pumas in fourth, and then the Cheetahs in second up against the Griquas in third. But that can obviously change. The Griquas can be lifted up by the Pumas to move into third, and then the Cheetahs can also move ahead of the Bulls tomorrow. So it could just as well be a Cheetah Griqua semi-final and a Bulls Pumas semi-final. But we'll see how things pan out as both teams are now onto the field, and we should get ready for the kickoff anytime now. Well, the Pumas still not on the field yet as they make their way onto the field now. They are playing at Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga, so it's home ground advantage to the Pumas today. So we'll just see how things is going to pan out in this game as well. Like I said, it could have been a great contest between these two sides. Had the Sharks won the game against the Western Province, but they've let themselves down and they are out of the competition. So the Pumas side again, Devin Williams, Tapira Mafura, Sebastian de Klerk, Eddie Boucher, Jade Stiglantinus de Beer and Crystal September, Willie Engelbrecht, Mokongwana, Martins, Kirkwood, Slubbert, Prinsloo, Swart and Fourie. And then for the Griquas, we've got David, Sartzenberg, Nyamlaza, Jonker, Obi, Whitehead, and Unrega. In the forwards, Goma, Sergel, Otto, Pretorius, Retief, Botha, Westraat, and Dubé. So we are going to get ready for this final Currie Cup game of the day between the two qualified semi-finalists. Pumas got no pressure on them as to reaching the semi-finals now. It's basically a dead rubber, this game between the two sides now. Let me know in the comment section who you guys are backing in this game, as both teams have now qualified for the semi-finals of the Currie Cup in 2022. So it's going to be the kickoff from the Pumas from left to right on my screen as Tinus de Beer gets this game underway. A high-hanging kickoff from him, taken beautifully by Goma for the Griquas here, just outside the 22. Now Unrega is waiting for this one. Slow ball coming back now. It's up to Pretorius. Sets it up just outside the 22 for the Griquas. Slow ball coming back, but a penalty to the Griquas. Not rolling away by the Pumas. And it's an early penalty going against the lock, Dion Slubberts there for not rolling away. So about a minute gone in this, well, half a minute gone. George Whitehead now with the kick downfield here for the Griquas. He's going to set this up to round about, let's see where it goes out, round about between the 10 and the 22-meter line of the Pumas. A chance now for the Griquas with the first attack of this game. Will we see some magic between the two semi-finalist qualifications of the Currie Cup? Right, Slubbert's giving away that first penalty. Here comes the throw in from Westraat now. He's going to try and get this ball out to his forwards. It goes to Johan Retief here for the Griquas as they set up a driving maul here as the Griquas. It's not going anywhere. Now it starts to work forward, and Westraat has made his way up to the 22-meter line for the Griquas now. Quick ball needed. Unrega. Goma gets it out again. A little bit isolated now. Gets it back. Unrega. George Whitehead back on the inside to Hartzenberg. He's driven back in the tackle between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Here's another chance now for Retief. Retief sets it up for the Griquas now, taken up through the forwards. Hanu Botha sets it beautifully up just outside the 22. Now Ashton Davis with a little grabber kick ahead, but the touchline is going to win round about 10 meters out from the Pumas try line. It will be a line out to the Pumas. 2 minutes played in this game. Ashton Davis, 9 Carling Currie Cup appearances this season for the Griquas. 2.5 minutes gone in this game, and it's the Pumas with a defensive line out coming up. It's Edwin Swart to throw this one in as Corne Fourie just explains the process to him. So Slubbert, the first receiver in the line out. And then also we've got the likes of Kirkwood at the back. But it's been stolen by the Griquas. And Unrega gets the pass out to Obi now. Obi is trying to set this up between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside Pumas territory. Unrega again now gets it out to the loose head prop. Dubé, who makes a bit of ground. Now through the back door to George White again. Still about 5 meters outside of the 22. Unrega now. Retief again. Gets it out to Westraat. Westraat a little bit isolated. Nearly losing that ball, but Unrega gets it back. Now Yamlasa tries to attack there, but also out about 5 meters out from the 22. Hanu Botha, George Whitehead. Back inside from Jonker to Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg gets the pass out to Obi. Obi's still going, and Obi's going to get the first try of this game for the Griquas in the corner. Some great interplay there by the Griquas backline players, and a great opening try here for the Griquas as Luther Obi gets in for the first try of this game. Well. Great start from the Griquas. And that pass from Jonker to Hartzenberg looked suspiciously forward. And then that pass from Hartzenberg to Luther Obi also a drifting forward. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to go upstairs to have a look whether there was forward passes. But that one from Jonker to Hartzenberg looked forward completely. The last pass probably just floated a little bit forward out the backhand. But yeah, let's see what they decide here. Right, so it seems like the try has been awarded. So 4.5 minutes in, the Griquas gets the first try. Well, no, it's not been awarded just yet. So they are going to go upstairs as Marius van der Westhuizen. So try not awarded just yet here for the Griquas, as they are going to have a look at that pass. The pass, no, definitely forward there. So the pass from Jonker to Hartzenberg has gone forward. On-field decision is try, but that clearly looks like a forward pass to me. So I think we are going to come back for a forward pass here by the Griquas. Definitely forward out of the hand. Could always argue that it went backwards out of the hand forward, but yeah, it's going to be difficult to justify. No, definitely a forward pass. Or not. Who knows? Let the DMO decide this one, but I think we are going to come back for a forward pass from Jonker. Yeah, so the try has been disallowed, and we are going to come back for a scrum down to the Pumas. Well, they have to correct that score on flash score as well, as the try has been disallowed by the referee. So no try, and the scoreboard will remain the same, 0-0 at the moment. Let's just put that up for you guys so that you are up to date with the scoreboard. So 0-0. It still is after about 5 minutes of play. Just put that up for you for so long until they fix the scoreboard on flash score for us. So currently the Pumas 0 and the Griquas 0 after about 4.5 minutes of play in this game. September with a feed to the scrum. The scrum goes up, and they're going to have to reset this again, roughly on the 10-meter line of the Pumas. Right, 5 minutes gone in this game between the Pumas and the Griquas, and the scoreboard still 0-0. A try from Luther Obi, disallowed by the referee, gone forward out of the hands from Jonker to Hartzenberg. Right, Crystal September with a feed to the scrum now, and the Pumas will look to try and dominate this area of the game. Scrum feed put in here. Oh, and it's a massive scrum from the Griquas, but it's the Pumas who gets the penalty. Griquas penalized for wheeling the scrum. And a bit of an argy-bargy going on there between the two scrum halves there. So wheeling the scrum from the Griquas, and they give away the penalty here. Chance for Tinus de Beer to hit this downfield as far as possible for the Pumas. 5.5 minutes played. Right, Tinus de Beer with a kick downfield, and that one is going to find beautiful touch about 10 meters out from the Griquas try line. Right, so an opportunity now for the Pumas to hit back into this game early on. Can they get things going for them? 10 meters out from the Griquas try line. Here's an opportunity for the Pumas to get things going for them. Right, it's Edwin Swart with a throw into the back to Willie Engelbrecht. Off the back, it's collected by Martins. Martins with a good drive here, 5 meters out from the try line, penalty advantage, and it's going to be a penalty to the Pumas, not rolling away by Dubé as he gives away the penalty, and the Pumas can have a shot at goal here right in front. Or will they go for the scrum? A big decision, well, not a big decision coming up for Willie. They've both qualified for the playoffs already. So 7 minutes into the Tinus de Beer will have a shot at goal here for the Pumas. 7 minutes gone, and it's a chance now for the Pumas to get the first points onto the board here. An early try disallowed by the referee for the Griquas as Luther Obi went in over the corner, but there was deemed a forward pass down the line. So Eddie Fisher gets the, it's Eddie Fisher who took the kick, and the Pumas are now into the lead for the first time in this game, leading by 3 points to 0 at the moment against the Griquas. So there you have it, 3 points to 0, the Pumas, after about 7.5 minutes of play in this game. It's going to be George Whitehead to restart this game for us now after roughly 7.5 minutes of play. The restart from George Whitehead, high-hanging kickoff from him, taken by Mafura inside the 22, tackled by Luther Obi, but Crystal September has collected that beautifully for him. Now just sets it up through the forwards. It's taken up nicely there by the number 5 lock of the Pumas. Crystal September now waiting for it, gets it back, and the kick downfield from Tinus de Beer is not going to find touch into the hands of Obi. Now here comes Andres Sergel now on the attack. Andres Sergel up to the 10-meter line of the Pumas, right in the middle of the field here. Now Retief gets it out to Unraga. George Whitehead with a kick downfield, but it's been charged down by Eddie Fisher. Ashland Davidson managed to secure this for the Griquas between the 10 and the halfway line here inside their own half. They do get it back. And here's a chance now for the Griquas just to settle down things. Unraga gets it out to Hanu Buerta. Andre Sergel has secured that ball for them beautifully. Now Unraga is just waiting for it at the back here, trying to secure this ball. But good counteract from the Pumas, but they give away a penalty as Corne Ferry just a little bit overexcited there and gives away the penalty. Around about 9 minutes on in this first half, and they get an extra 10 meters for back chatting with the referee. So what are they going to do now? George Whitehead to kick this one to the corner here for the Griquas. It's 3 points to 0 after about 9.5 minutes of play. George Whitehead now with the kick downfield, and he's going to find touch roughly about 15 meters out from the try line. 15 meters out from the try line is an opportunity here for the Griquas now to get their first points of the game. Right, line out to the Griquas inside the 22 of the Pumas now. 10 minutes gone in this first half. And the referee just having a word with one of the players at the moment. So let's just see what this is all about. Oh, they might even go upstairs to have a look at some foul play from the Griquas hooker, Simon Westraat there. So time has stopped, and the referee will go upstairs to see maybe if there was a fist from one of the Griquas players. So let's just see. No, there's actually going to be play on. So just attention received to Slubbert of the Pumas. So the lineup will be right on the 22-meter line here for the Griquas. Right, so 3 points to 0, 10 minutes gone in this one, and it's going to be Westraat to throw this one in for the Griquas right on the 22-meter line of the Pumas. Opportunity here as Goma is waiting at the front here. So, it's a penalty. Well, no, here it comes. So, working their way now is Retief, gets it out to Unraga now for Jonker. Sets it up 5 meters over the 22-meter line now. Unraga gets it back to Luther Obi. The pass out Ngoma. Ngoma sets it up about 15 meters out, right in the middle of the field now for the Griquas. Unruga, Westraat now. Good defense from Carling Currie on him. Now Unruga waiting for it again. Gets it out to Dubé. Dubé will set it up. Not a chance. Unruga now. Jonker again. But we are coming back for another penalty. It's one of the players who stayed down. So Simon Westraat has stayed down after that drive. So some attention being received here to Simon Westraat. And Carling Currie might be even in a bit of trouble here, going in with the shoulder there instead of wrapping his arms around. 11 minutes played in this first half, and the Pumas leading by 3 points to 0 at the moment. So Westraat just receiving some attention. Looks like he's back up, and looks like he will continue. The 36-year-old veteran for the Griquas had a stint at the Pumas as well, and then now came back home to the Griquas. Right, Adam L. Quelly says, score in French, please. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do that, Adam. Unfortunately not. So 3 points to 0 it is. Some attention still being received to Simon Westraat at the moment. 11 minutes gone in this first half. So it looks like Flashcore has finally updated their scoreboard as well. So we will be able to put that back on now for you guys. So 3 points to 0 after about 11 minutes of play in this game. "11 minutes gone, and we will resume play after this injury break for the Griquas hooker, Simon Westraat. Quite a bit of support here at the Mbombela Stadium for the Pumas. Home ground advantage for them. Both teams have qualified for the playoffs of this competition. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top in this dead rubber, really. So he's going to have to go for a head assessment test. Is Simon Westraat, or is he going to continue? Yeah, so Ace is on the field. Hanko Ace on the field then for Simon Westraat. So play will resume now, and let's see what the referee has decided here. So it's going to be a scrum down to the this is going to be a scrum down to the Griquas. Let's just wait and see here. So both teams have backed down. Not quite sure who's got that ball, which scrum half has got it. So it is going to be a Griquas scrum down. Stefan Unruga will feed this one for the Griquas. About 15 meters out from the try line, right in the middle of the field. An opportunity for the Griquas now. 11 and a half minutes played in this first half. Unruga feeds this one in for the Griquas. Scrum goes down on... It's a bit sloppy there from both sides. As we're going to have a reset scrum then. Still going to be Griquas ball. Morris from the West Stays and the referee for this game today. 3 points to 0. 12 minutes played in this first half. It's a bit of a stop-start affair here at the Mbombela Stadium. 12 minutes gone. 3 points to 0 the Pumas lead. Both teams have qualified for the semi-finals of this competition. Let me know in the comments, in the poll. We've got 43 votes so far. Pumas leading with 57% to 43 to the Griquas. Very much similar to what the scoreboard is at the moment. Right, Stefan Unruga with the feed to the scrum. 12 and a half minutes later in this first half. Solid scrum this time from both sides. It's controlled at the back by Ngoma. Gets the ball out to Unruga, changes direction to the left. It's George Whitehead. George Whitehead still going. He's about 5 meters out from the try line. Now he's brought down. Tinus De Beer not rolling away. Penalty advantage taken up by Retief this time. 3 meters out. Another penalty. And Unruga is going to go over. Just a little dive, snap and dive from him as Unruga gets the first try of this game. maybe just what the doctor ordered for this game. Stefan Unrega gets his 6th Carling Currie Cup try, and the Griquas are on the board. Well done by the Griquas to hit back in this one. Mari Otto asked, did the Western Prowings win? Yes, they did. So, yeah, they managed to pip the Sharks by 28 points to 21 in the end. So, both the Pumas and the Griquas have already qualified for the semi-finals. The Pumas can still move ahead of the Griquas into 3rd place, but the top 2 will be contested between the Cheetahs and the Bulls tomorrow, and whoever ends on top will play the 4th place team. Right, so 5 points to 3 it is here after 14 minutes of play, and George Whitehead will look to just convert this try. Shouldn't be too difficult for George Whitehead. Conversion coming up for the Griquas now. And he struck it well. That one is going to go straight through the middle. So 7 points to 3 it is. The Griquas leading the Pumas here after about 15 minutes of play in this game. So a great try there from Stefan Unrega. Also helped out the Stormers throughout the URC campaign. So it's good to see that the URC experience is helping the Griquas here today as well. Tinus de Beer with the restart then for the Pumas. It's a high-hanging kickoff, and it's collected beautifully again by the Griquas just outside the 22. Unrega is waiting for it. And 5 meters from the right-hand touchline here, just outside the 22. It's taken up here, and Unrega now waiting for it at the back of this ruck. Can he get this ball out? Looks like he's going to go the box kick over the top. Yes, he goes for it. Chase coming from Hartzenberg, the right winger, but it's knocked on by Devin Williams and taken by Hanu Buerta now. Here they come again as the Griquas now. George Whitehead, long cut out pass to Yamlaza. Yamlaza with another skip pass out to Lutherobi. Lutherobi against Mapura, but it's Tinus de Beer who makes the tackle right on the 22-meter line. Great defense there from the fly off Tinus de Beer. So it's going to be a line out to the Pumas right on the 22-meter line. So it looks like they are slacking with the scoreboard again. So we'll just update that for you guys again. So 7 points to 3. It is the Griquas leading here in this game. Hopefully that will not. There we go. 7 points to 3. Right, so 16 minutes played. Line out taken by the Pumas now right on the 22-meter line through the hands. Tinus de Beer, Philly Engelbrecht sets it up right in the middle of the field. Penalty advantage coming for the Pumas. Devin Williams gets it out to Eddie Fisher, puts it on the boot. Is anybody chasing after this one? No, they're not. So the referee coming back for the penalty then to the Pumas. Offside by Yamlaza, the outside center of the Griquas. 16 and a half minutes played in this first half, and it's the Griquas leading at the moment. So both teams have already qualified for the playoffs, so it's basically just a dress rehearsal for the playoffs. Here comes the kick downfield from Tinus de Beer as he's going to find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside the Griquas territory. So this game is still very much in the balance at the moment. Both teams very equally matched between the two of them. But people over the years have fancied the Griquas a little bit more, I would say, over the Pumas. But the Pumas under great coaching of Jimmy Stonehouse. Edwin Swart with a throw-in. It's been stolen by the Griquas and then knocked on by the Pumas, but the referee says play on, but they're surely going to come back for a knock on. Griswold September gets it out to Tinus de Beer now with a cross kick. The cross kick is beautifully collected by Hartzenberg, 5 meters out from the try line. And it will be, they're going to come back for a penalty. I think, yeah, it's offside again by the Griquas. So another chance here for the Pumas. 18 minutes played in this first half. Tinus de Beer going to have a shot at goal here for the Pumas. So right in front, The scoreboard should now change to 7 points to 6 with roughly about 19 minutes played in this first half. Very tight game between them. It's been very stop-startish throughout this first half. So, yeah, Martin van Donner say, yeah, the province that... yeah, so Western Province knocking out the Sharks out of the Currie Cup as well. So 7 points to 6 as the two semi-final contenders place each other here in a curtain raiser to the semi-finals, really. 7 points to 6 it is. 19 minutes played in this first half, and George Whitehead will restart this one now. It's been a really, I wouldn't say boring first half, first 20 minutes of this game, but it's very tight, but very stop-startish. Restart taken by Slubbert and set up now, waiting for it is Crystal September for the Pumas. Pumas waiting, slowing it down a little bit now, comes out. Taken by Echia Prinsloo now. September again waiting for it. At the back gets it out to Devin Williams. Devin Williams with a kick downfield, and he's going to find touch roughly on halfway. Good clearance kick from Devin Williams. So 7 points to 6 the scoreboard at the moment between the two sides. And it is the Pumas 6 and the Griquas 7 at the moment between the two sides. We'll just remove that score for now. So 7 points to 6, 20 minutes played in this game. It's thrown in from the Griquas, and now here comes Unrega out to Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg up over the 10-meter line, tackled beautifully there by Jade Stichling. Now Unrega again gets the ball out in Goma, but Makungwana makes a good tackle on him. Now it's George Whitehead out to Yamlaza. Good defense again from Billy Engelbrecht this time. Now Unrega with a little chip kick over the top. Chase coming from Hartzenberg. It's Stichling, who had to collect that 5 meters out from his own try line. Gets it out to Tinus de Pierre, who puts it on the boot and finds touch roughly on the 10-meter line. Quickly thrown in. Ashlyn Davids now out to George Whitehead. Goes high up into the air. It's Yamlaza chasing after it, but the mark has been made by Devin Williams about 10 meters out from the try line. So 21 minutes quick tap here from Devin Williams. Gets it out to Eddie Fisher, who puts it on the boot. Not going to find touch, and now Jonker has got it on a 10-meter line inside the Griquas half. It's Unrega, goes high up into the air. Chase coming from the Griquas. Oh, it's been knocked back by Crystal September and hammered in the tackle by George Whitehead over the 22. So it will be a line out to the Griquas, 5 meters inside of the 22 of the Pumas. 7 points to 6 it is. 21 and a half minutes gone in this one. And Griquas starting to muscle their way forward here at the moment. Bubzele Makangwana playing in his 50th game for the Pumas today. "22 minutes gone. It's now the throw-in from the Griquas, and the referee says they have to throw it in again. Right, so Hanko Ace have replaced Simon Westraat, and I'm not sure whether Simon Westraat is going to come back onto the field for the Griquas today. Stayed down, had to go for a head assessment test, but haven't come back just yet. So it is now thrown in by Hanko Ace for them. Here they come now with the drive. Retief has taken it in for them. Here comes the driving maul from the Griquas right on the 22-meter line of the Pumas now. Starting to move forward very slightly at the moment. Slowly but surely making their way forward is the Griquas at the moment. Now it goes down. Penalty advantage coming for the Griquas. Zundraga tries to get that ball out, but the referee gives the penalty. It's 5 meters inside the 22, about 10 meters from the left-hand touch line. So it is Shane Kirkwood who got penalized there for collapsing the maul for the Pumas. Griquas now going to the corner, sets it up about 5 meters outside of the 22 here. and 5 meters outside of the try line. And the chance now for the Griquas to get this driving more going and score a try from here, maybe. Great opportunity for them. 23 minutes into this game. 4 penalties conceded by the Griquas, 3 by the Pumas so far. It is a throw-in from the Griquas now off the back. Andrus Sergel, 5 meters out from the try line. Still going now, 2 meters out. Griquas gets it. Now it's driven up through the forwards. Just 2 meters out from the try line is the Griquas now. Unraga waiting for it again. Slow ball coming back for the Griquas now. It's taken up again by Retief, penalty advantage. Unraga now back to, comes to Jonker. He's lost a bit of ground, about 7 meters out from the try line. Unraga again now gets it out to the forwards again. Just making a headway is Hanu Puerta. Now they go through the back line. It's Ashland Davids, cuts back inside. Is Hartzenberg, still about 10 meters out. They've lost a bit of ground here as the Griquas, but they will come back for another penalty. So the Pumas defense holding out at the moment here and doing some great work defensively. Offside by Mokongwana. 24.5 minutes gone in this first half. And Mokongwana in his 50th game gets a yellow card. So that's going to be a team penalty. And the Pumas are going to be down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes in this game. 6-7, the scoreboard. Andrus Sergel looks like he's going to tap and go here. 5 meters out from the try line. Pick up and go from here. He's stretched over for the try here. And Andrus Sergel has got the second try for the Griquas. As easy as that, tap and go. And he stretches over for a try in defense that looked non-existent there for a second. So try time to the Griquas as they get another try here. And it's now a good, really good lead here for the Griquas. 12 points to 6 with the conversion to come. 24.5 minutes gone in this one. So George Whitehead still have to attempt the conversion here for the Griquas, but he slotted a similar one very easily before, so shouldn't have too much trouble with this one at all. 12 points to 6 with the conversion to come for the Griquas. 25 minutes played in this game. Still 9 minutes left on that yellow card then for the Pumas. And it's already cost him 5. Will it cost him 7? We'll have to wait and see. So 25 minutes gone. Second try here for them. Cameron Kleinhardt says, as the bookies got this one wrong as well. So the conversion goes over and it's 14 points to 6. The Griquas lead this game. 14 points to 6 here for the Griquas. Just update that score while we wait for flash score again. So Griquas 14 and the Pumas 6 here after 25 minutes played in this first half. Tinas de Beer with a restart then for the Pumas. It's another high hanging kickoff from the or deep kick in from him. Unraga collects it beautifully and kicks it downfield. Not going to find touch into the hands of Devin Williams. Gets the ball out to Tinas de Beer on halfway. Tinas de Beer tries to go on his side. Throws a little dummy. Gets up to the 10-meter line before brought down. Now Crystal September gets it out to Devin Williams. Now here's a chance for Sebastian de Klerk. Sebastian de Klerk not held in the tackle. Stands up again. Now September out to Corne Fourie. Corne Fourie sets it up just short of the 22-meter line. Now September again. Tinas de Beer throws another dummy. Steps back inside. Just up over the 22 in the middle of the field now. Crystal September out to Willie Engelbrecht. Willie Engelbrecht sets it up just up over the 22 as well. Now September waiting for it. Gets it out to Edwin Swart. Edwin Swart sets it up just up over the 22 again. Crystal September. Now it's de Klerk again. Good defense from the Griquas. No, not going anywhere as the Pumas. Now it's taken up by Yechia Prinsloo. Crystal September back. It comes now to Daniel Martins. He's tackled backwards. Some really good defense from the Griquas, and they've stolen this ball. Here they come again. It's Jonker Gets the pass out to Lutherobi, who's going to put it downfield. Here comes the chase from Lutherobi, but Tinus de Beer will be there first. Right on the 22 of the Pumas. Gets the ball back to Eddie Fouchier now. Skip pass out to Devin Williams. Devin Williams going high up into the S. Jade Stichlin chasing after it. Collected by George Whitehead on the 10-meter line. Gets the pass out to Muzir Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg stopped on the 10-meter line inside Griquas off now. Unrega slowing it down a little bit. Here's the scrum off. Working it with his forwards now. Andres Sergel sets it up just up over the 10-meter line. Unrega now waiting for it. Goes with the box kick over the top now. The chase coming again from Ashlyn Davids. It's collected by Devin Williams. Spins out of the first tackle. Gets the kick away now. Into the hands of George Whitehead on the 22-meter line again. He's going to kick it downfield. Looking for space. And that one is going to roll. Or it's going to go directly into touch. So was that ball carried over the 22? So it will be... We will be coming back for a line out to the Pumas, roundabout on the 22-meter line. Inside Griquas half. Yeah, all the way back to between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Gordon Grease says, will it go over 57? I'm not sure. Not a chance, says Cameron. I retract the statement, go well over. And I hope I need it badly, says Gordon Green. So as it stands, the Griquas in, well, the Bulls on top, Cheetahs in second, Griquas in third, and the Pumas in fourth. But obviously, there's a game between the Bulls and the Cheetahs tomorrow. So the top finish could still go either way. Right, here comes the Pumas now. Tinus de Beer gets it out now to Jake Stichlin. Jake Stichlin sets it up between the 10 and the 22 inside Griquas half. And here they come now through Corne Fourie. September again comes out to Tinus de Beer, sets it up for Sebastian de Klerk. Just short of the 22 now. Crystal September again. De Klerk now with a little grubber kick ahead. And it's going to be Mafura who's going to win the race to the try line for the Pumas. And the Pumas will get the try there. And after 30 minutes of play, the Pumas are right back in this. Great try there from them, but they are going to go upstairs, I think, for this one either way. So let's just have a look at what they are going to look at here. But as far as the try, I think Mafura might as well just gotten it. So they are going to go upstairs. So let's see if we can see anything wrong with the try. The on-field decision is tried by Maurice van der Westhuizen. So let's see if the TMO can find anything to disallow this try. Right, let's have a look here. Sebastian de Klerk with the kick, all on side. Perfect, no problem there. And then it's a straight race to the try line between Mafura and Hartzenberg. And it is going to be try time to the Pumas. So try should be awarded here, and 11 to the Pumas now, 14 to the Griquas with a conversion to come. Great work from the Pumas to hit back into this game. So Pumas 11, Griquas 14 with the conversion to come. Tapua Mafura getting the try, the right-hand winger or the right winger of the Pumas there. 14-11 it is at the moment. Conversion attempt coming up from Eddie Fouchier now. And an important kick here for him just to draw back within 1 point here is the Pumas. Some really great work at the moment by both sides here as this game is now sparked to life a little bit. Conversion coming up for the Pumas now. 14 points to 11. 9 minutes to play in this first half. Eddie Fouchier with the kick right from the right-hand corner. And he struck it well. He struck it really well. It's gone over. So 14 points to 13, the scoreboard here between the two sides. And it's a 1 point game at the moment between the two sides. Brilliant work from the Pumas to hit back into this one. And only 1 point difference between them. And remember, the Pumas are down to 14 men for another 3 minutes here. So 14-13 the score. The Griquas leading with a 1 point advantage at the moment. Also leaving the field is Stefan Unrega now. And that is really sad to see that he's been a really good player for the Griquas so far. So he's left the field and Mulder is on for the Griquas. But controlled from the kickoff by the Pumas just outside the 22 now. Crystal September sets this up for the Pumas. Just waiting for it now. Gets it up to Yahya Prinsloo. Prinsloo sets it up just up over the 22. Now comes back to Devin Williams, who's going to go high up into the air here for a chase by his teammates. And the Griquas are going to get that ball back. George White, but it's been ripped by Daniel Martins. And here comes Daniel Martins up over the 10-meter line and still going close up to the 22-meter line. Now they need support. Crystal September gets it out to Jade Stichling. Just up over the 22. Here they come now. Willie Engelbrecht sets it up beautifully for it. It's actually Edwin Swart now. September again gets it out. Tinus de Beer switches back inside to Eddie Fischer. Now needs support. Ngoma was over that quickly, but it comes back for the Pumas. Now Corne Fourie. Fourie makes a good bit of yardage. Not held in a tackle. Stands up again and make another few meters. 15 meters out now. Willie Engelbrecht. Willie Engelbrecht 10 meters out from the try line. Right on the right-hand corner here for the Pumas. Now September again. Now it's Slubbert who takes it in. Now it's against September. Gets it back to Mafura. 7 meters out. Penalty advantage to the Pumas. Will it come back quick enough for the Pumas now? As Crystal September's waiting for it. Comes back now. Willie Engelbrecht. Tinus de Beer on a loop around. Eddie Fischer. He's lost a bit of ground now. 15 meters out. Where's the support for the Pumas now? As Jade Stichling at scrum half gets the ball back to Tinus de Beer, who goes for the drop goal. And he's going to get it as well. So the Pumas now into the lead by 16 points to 14 with 6 minutes to go in this first half. And the yellow card should also come back onto the field in about 20 seconds time now. So Tinus de Beer gets the drop goal fever and gets it over. 16 points to 14. 16-14 now with 6 minutes to go in this first half. The Pumas back into this, leading this game now after it looked like the Griquas were going to hit hard in the, after 10 minutes of play. They were looking really good, was the Griquas. Dubé now just receiving some attention. The loose head prop of the Griquas. 16-14 is the scoreline here between the two sides. We've got 6 minutes left in this first half. 2 points the difference between them. And the Pumas at home leading this game by 2 points at the moment. So we should continue as soon as this injury is dealt with. But so far it's become very entertaining after a very stop-start game in the opening 15 minutes of this game. We've got 68 votes on the channel so far. Who will win this game? The Pumas got 51% of the votes. The Griquas 49. So it's a very tight affair up there at the polls at the moment as well. So do go and cast your vote as to who you think will win this game as well. 6 minutes to go in this first half between the two sides. And it's the Pumas leading by a slender 2-point advantage. Right, so it's going to be the restart then by George Whitehead now for the Griquas. And it's a deep kick in collected by Willie Engelbrecht. And he sets it up inside the 22 for the Pumas. Now Crystal September is waiting for it. Gets it out to Slubbert again, who sets it up nicely for them. Comes back to Devin Williams, gets the pass out to Tinus de Beer. Tinus de Beer goes for the little chip kick over the top, chases after his own kick. The bounce of the ball not kind, but it comes back to Corne Fourie with a lovely little offload to Mafura up over the halfway line. Now Crystal September. Back it comes again to Corne Fourie, sets it up over the halfway line. Now Crystal September. Back to Mafura, out the back door it goes now. Willie Engelbrecht to Devin Williams. Devin Williams with a kick downfield, and that's going to go directly into touch. So, well, in fact, I think the touch judges have said that George Whitehead has caught that into touch. So I'm not quite sure if that was the right call from the touch judge, but let's see what the decision will be. 4 minutes to go in this first half, and what skill shown by the loose head prop Carling Currie with a backhand out the back door pass to Mafura. Great stuff from Carling Currie, doing really well. The former Lions prop now with the Pumas. So the lineup now taken by the Pumas, and here comes Tinus de Beer, throws a little dummy, and into the gap he goes. Oh, he could go all the way here, 5 meters out. He gets stopped right under the sticks now. Crystal September with a pass up to Yehia Prinsloo, and Prinsloo will score the third try or the second try here for the Pumas. Great work from the Pumas as they get another try. And this time it's Yehia Prinsloo who gets his first Carling Currie Cup try. And the Pumas are looking pretty good now going into halftime. Brilliant little dummy throw by Tinus de Beer. Went into the half gap and quick ball then throws another dummy from Crystal September, catching all the Griquas basically offside, and then the pass to Yehia Prinsloo to get the try. 21 points to 14 with a conversion to come. We've got 3 minutes left in this first half. Eddie Fisher will attempt this conversion for them as well. 3 minutes left in this first half. And it's the Pumas who's dominated this last 10 minutes of this game. Some really good work now. And 69 votes, 52% going to the Pumas, 48 to the Griquas. But it is the Pumas now leading with 7 points with a conversion to come, with 2.5 minutes to play in this first half. The conversion has gone over, so 23 points to 14 with 2.5 minutes to play in this first half. Great work from the Pumas to hit back in this game. Trailing at 1 point by 14 points to 6, and now leading by 23 points to 14. And if this scoreboard stays like it is, the Pumas will end in third. The Griquas will end in fourth. Right, so replacement, no, not replacement, but George Whitehead will now restart this game again. Restart taken by the Pumas just outside of the 22 there. It's taken up beautifully there by Shane Kirkwood. Just outside the 22, and the driving maul set up by the Pumas as well now. They are gaining some headway through the middle as well. And still going forward is the Pumas up to the 10-meter line. Now Crystal September, Tinus de Beer. Out it comes now Eddie Fisher, Devin Williams. Devin Williams back on inside to Eddie Fisher up to the 10-meter line. Mafura takes it up. Still coming now, advantage here to the Pumas. Carling Currie in the back line. He's doing everything today. Now Kirkwood again gets the offload well to Sebastian de Klerk, and he spins out of the tackle. Gets the pass inside to Crystal September. And here comes another try for the Pumas. Well, with a minute to left in this first half, they've got it. And it's another try to the Pumas. Well. Brilliant stuff from the Pumas. Will the try be awarded? Will they go upstairs to have a look at something? I don't think so, as the Pumas now lead by 28 points to 14 with the conversion to come. They are going to have a look here at a forward pass, and yeah, no, they're going to come back. That try is not going to be awarded. So they should be coming back for a forward pass then from Eddie Fisher to Mafura. Andre Doop asked, dink jy die Pumas en Griquas spelers gaan volgende jaar groter unies toe? So definitely I think so. I think the likes of Devin Williams, Sebastian de Klerk, Eddie Fisher, Jade Stichling, Crystal September, all those guys, if they can't secure their signatures, then they might be leaving. And then Billy Engelbrecht, Daniel Martins, Edwin Swart and Carling Currie definitely on the radar as well. So the try has been awarded by the referee. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a clear forward pass, but nevertheless, the try has been awarded. So there's plenty of players from the Pumas that can leave to the bigger unions. And then obviously we'll go through the Griquas quickly as well. That kick goes over 30 points to 14. It's going to be at half time. So if you look at the Griquas, Ashland Davids, Munir Hassenberg, Asa has been good. Reinhard Jonker, Stefan Unrega, forwards, Andrew Sergel has re-signed, so he'll be staying. Likes of, there's a couple of really good players. Johan Mulder, Philip Bosov, the likes of Zander Duplessis, all of those guys. They need to re-sign them as quick as possible to keep them at the union, because I know there's going to be a big meeting regarding the Currie Cup's future. I think whether it's already taken place or it still must take place, but they are going to decide on the future of the Currie Cup real soon as well. So at halftime, the Pumas are going to go into the lead by 30 points to 14. So I'm going to take a quick break, but when I do come back, we will be doing the second half of this game. Right, we are back here for the second half between the Pumas and the Griquas, and the Pumas have run rampant in the last 10 minutes of this first half to get a lead of 16 points going into the second half. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen. Will the Griquas be able to get back into this game? And then Barry says Pumas not a good lead got a good lead at the break, and that is a really good lead to have at the break. So let's quickly go through the team lineups. Devin Williams have looked good at fullback. Tapiwa Mafura has been really alive for this Pumas side. Sebastian de Klerk, as always, getting over that advantage line. Eddie Fischer is having a very good game. Jade Stichling, not so much from him. Tinus Abia, my player of the match so far. He's been the general at flyer for this Pumas side. He's thrown the dummies, he's hit the gaps, and he's really kicking well out of hand for this Pumas side. And then Crystal September, quick service from him, great vision of play as well from the young scrum half, and doing really well between those two. What a combination Tinus Abia and Crystal September are starting to become. Then Billy Engelbrecht, we haven't seen too much of him. Makangwana has been sent to the bin for a team foul close to the try line, but he's been really consistent. Daniel Martins have looked good at times. Shane Kirkwood and Dion Slubbert doing really well as well. Yehia Prinsloo has been alive. Edwin Swart has been good, but Corne Fourie, I think between him and Tinus de Beer as potential man of the match rewards go, this guy has been everywhere. He's the loose head prop for the Pumas, but he's been playing in the back line. We've seen backhand passes from this guy. He's taken the ball up over the advantage line. The scrums have been solid. This guy's just been outstanding for the Pumas in this first half. If we look at the Griquas side, Ashland Davids have looked good at times. Munir Hartzenberg has looked lively when he's had ball in hand. Sango Yamlaza, there's a little bit of a mix-up in the defensive line between Yamlaza and Jonker at the moment, allowing Tinus to be plenty of space. Luther Obi has been valiant. George Whitehead and Stefan Unruger tried valiantly as well. Unruger having to leave the field, replaced by Mulder as an injury. So he will not take any further part in this game. Then forwards-wise, Ngoma has been good. Sandra Sergel has taken up the ball quite often. Got a try as well for his efforts. Then Derek Pretorius and Johan Retief trying. Hanu Puerta, Simon Westraat, and Dube was good. Westraat also having to leave the field. So Hanko Ace and Johan Mulder already on the field for the Griquas. So they're 2 men down when it comes to replacements for the second half as well. But it's going to be an interesting second half. Replacements still to come for the Pumas. Llewellyn Klaasen, Dewald Maritz, Simon Rowe, Kwanda de Massa, Andre Fouchier, Gilvan Sneyman, Ali Mjima, and Diego Apolis still to come for the Pumas. And then for the Griquas, we've got Eddie Davids, Andre Skutte, Cameron Lindsay, Werner Goos, and Philip Ossoff, as well as Christopher Hollis, still to come onto the field for the Griquas in the second half. So will the Griquas be able to come back in the second half? It's a 16-point lead, but anything can happen in Currie Cup rugby. And that's why it's still entertaining to watch sometimes, and especially when it comes down to the business end of the competition. This game would have been having a lot more value had the Sharks beaten the Western Province in the game before. But we now know that the Bulls, the Cheetahs, the Griquas, and the Pumas will be playing it off in the semi-finals for the Carling Currie Cup, one of the oldest competitions in the world is the Carling Currie Cup. So it's going to be very interesting to see who is going to walk away with the trophy this year. My money is on the Cheetahs to pull it through, but you just never know. Another upset from the Pumas or the Griquas against either sides could set up a really interesting Currie Cup final in a couple of weeks' time. So, but at the moment, it is 30 points to 14. The Pumas leading at halftime, and we've got 40 minutes of action left here. Can the Griquas come back in this game? They dominated for about 25 minutes in that first half, and then the Pumas just started to run rampant. So we'll see. Can the Griquas come back? That's the big question. After this game, we are getting ready for the big one between Leinster and the Bulls. So still plenty of action to come on the channel. So to put a notification on if you haven't done that already. We are still in for a massive battle in the United Rugby Championship a little bit later on this channel as well. So it is going to be the Griquas to start this game from left to right on the screen. Fila Bosov on the field as well now for the Griquas for the second half. Right, here we go for the next 40 minutes. Can the Pumas pull this one off? We've heard Jimmy Stanos trying to put an effort or a system in place where this Pumas team can round off a lead that they've got. So let's see if they can pull this off. The restart taken by Willie Engelbrecht here for the Pumas as he makes his way up to between the 10 and the 22-meter line. It's going to be a penalty against the Pumas for let's just see what the reason for that will be. Not quite sure what the reason for that penalty is, but it will be a penalty to the Griquas roundabout between the 10 and the 22-meter line here for the Griquas. So Fila Bosov now to kick this to the corner for them. And he's going to find touch run about 5 meters inside the 22. So there was obstruction from Carling Currie. That is the reason for the penalty. And there was a neck roll from Carling Currie as well. So a double penalty against the my man of the match so far for this game. Right, so it is going to be a line out to the Griquas 5 meters inside the Pumas 22. And a chance now for the Griquas to hit back. Eddie Davids on the field for Dubé, and he's going to receive some attention as well now. So the Griquas now running a little bit short on replacements here, as Mulder also on for Unrega, as well as Simon Westraat having to leave the field earlier for Hanko Ace. So, yeah, plenty of replacements already on the field for the Griquas. They can't afford to lose more players now. Yeah, there was a neck roll from Carling Currie on Gert Mulder, and it looks like they're going to have another look at this as well. But no, let's just replace while we're waiting for some attention to Eddie Davids for the Griquas. Minute played in the second half, still 39 minutes left in this one. As we're lining up for the Griquas to have a line out here, 5 meters inside the 22 of the Pumas. And gameplay will resume now. Right, so Hanko Ace to throw this one in for the Griquas then 15 meters out from the try line. Here comes the Griquas now with the first attack of the second half. Hanko Ace with the throw in will go to the front to Retief as he takes it in good. Driving ball set up by the Griquas now. 15 meters out from the try line. Hanko Ace controls it at the back here for the Griquas. And not really gaining any ground as the Griquas at the moment. Mulder will have to get this one out for the Griquas. He gets it out now. Gets it out to Yamlaza, who's tackled back by Eddie Foucher. Good defense from the Pumas again. Now Mulder waiting for it. Comes back to Andrus Sergel. Sets it up in the middle of the field for the Griquas. High tackle, penalty advantage coming. Now George Whitehead. Is he off the field? Philip Bosov now to Jonker. Gets the pass out to Obi, who knocks it on. Penalty to the Griquas still for the high tackle. Still about 15 meters out, right in the middle of the field here. Ege Prinsloo penalized for that high tackle. What will the Griquas decide to do here? They are going to go to the corner as Philip Bosov will... oh no, let's see what the decision will be. So Andrus Sergel have decided that he's going to have another tap and go here. Scored a try from a tap and go 5 meters out earlier in the first half. Here he comes. Sets it up about 5 meters out from the try line. Now Mulder again to Ngoma. Ngoma 2 meters out from the try line. Now it's the Griquas. Mulder held up in the tackle, in behind by Sebastian de Klerk. Still about 2 meters out is the Griquas. Have they scored the try? Yes, they have. It's a try here to Mulder, who somehow managed to get over that try line. So Gert Mulder gets the try for the Griquas, or Johan Mulder, sorry, as he gets their try. So 30 points to 19 it is now for the Griquas. Well, for the Pumas still leading, but maybe the Griquas will get back into this one. Achilles says, Guru, you make a demote. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Achilles. What's going on? Right, so it is going to be a conversion attempt now for the Griquas then. Fila Bosov now to take the shot at goal. 3.5 minutes into the second half. It's 30 points to 19. The Pumas still leading this game. Right, so the conversion attempt coming on. So it's, I think, George Whitehead that is left the field for him. So the conversion goes over. So 30 points to 21 it is now. So a 9-point game after 4 minutes into the second half. Let me just check here quickly, Achilles. I haven't noticed that you haven't been online. That's why I don't know yet. So let's just see. Well, I don't know what's going on, but you've been blanked out as a moderator. I can't add you as a moderator for some reason. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there, Achilles. Right, so the restart from the Pumas then collected by the Griquas just between the 22 and the 10-meter line, and now driven up through the forwards. It's Mulder waiting for it. Slow ball coming back for the Griquas now. Over the top they go. Box kick over the top. Chase coming from Hartzenberg now. Devon. Oh, it's beautifully taken by Hartzenberg. Just up over the halfway line. Anko Ace now. Eddie Davids now up over to Philip Bosov. Just up over halfway. Penalty again to the Griquas now. 5 meters inside the half of the Pumas. And a chance for them to kick this downfield. So, Achilles, I'll have a look at this just after this game because there will be time just before the Bulls game. So we'll check if I can sort that out just before the game. Fila Bosov now with the kick downfield, and he's going to find touch. Roundabout again, 15 meters out from the try line. But what a take from Munir Hartzenberg there in the air to get that ball for them. They're not rolling away by the Pumas, conceding the penalties. So it's been all Griquas in this first 6 minutes of the game. Right, so here comes the throw in from Hanko Ace, 5 meters inside the 22. Now Hanrus Sergel, he sets it up nicely for the Griquas. Here comes the driving maul from them. And here comes the driving maul now from the Griquas. Can they get it going forward? And it's looking good for them. Now it comes back Gert Mulder through the back to Jonker. Jonker sets it up 15 meters out from the try line. And Mulder now comes back to Hanrus Sergel. Hanrus Sergel still 15 meters out. Gert Mulder comes back Ngoma. Ngoma sets it up. Oh, it's another penalty advantage to the Griquas. And the referee might go to the pocket. Yeah, he is going to go to the pocket. So it's Willie Engelbrecht who gets the yellow card. So the Pumas are down to 14 men again. Kiwi says, well, no problem, and sure. And then I think it's Crybabies reported me and YouTube banned me from modding for a limited period of time. I might not be a mod. I'll be back sooner or later. And then Barry says, wasn't me reported. I'm not like that. So I don't think it's that Achilles. I'll try and sort this just after the game, and hopefully we can have you back before the start of the big one. Right, so 7 minutes into the second half, and it's another line out here to the Griquas, 5 meters out from the try line. Hanko Ace with the throw in. It's a 9-point game at the moment, 30 points to 21. Francois Engelbrecht says, if Griquas would beat Pumas by more than 100 points, then only would the Sharks qualify. But that's something that will never, ever happen. Pumas dominating here. Right, here comes the throw in from Hunko Ace now. To the back it comes now. It's taken in by the Griquas again. Here comes the driving ball from the Griquas. 5 meters out from the try line. Will the Griquas get another try and set up for a great finish to this game as well today? It's been all Griquas in this opening 8 minutes of the second half. And here comes the driving ball from them. It's still going. Hunko is just short of the try line here, right under the sticks. And Gert Mulder now waiting for this one to come back. Can I get it out? They're going to get it out to Retief, and he's over the try line. It's been held up by the Pumas brilliantly. And it will be a goal line dropout now for the Pumas. Wow, great defensive effort from the Pumas. Just keeping the Griquas up over the try line. And some great defensive effort from Eddie Fischer and Sebastian de Klerk. Brilliant defense. And 8 minutes gone in the second half. And the Pumas now with a goal line dropout. Right, so here comes the restart then from Tinus de Beer. Gets it out to Ashland Davids. Now it's Hanrus Mutzenberg again up over the 10-meter line now, but he's isolated. Will they get this ball back? No, it's the Pumas who have stolen this ball on the ground. Yeke Prinsloo gets it out now. It comes out to Sebastian de Klerk on the 10-meter line. He's brought down inside Pumas territory now. Crystal September out to Tinus de Beer, who goes high downfield. Mafura is chasing after this, but it's taken by Obi. Comes back to Ashland Davids now. Ashland Davids to Obi, tries to get the pass out, and the referee has called him back for a forward pass. So the pass from Luther Obi then going forward, and it will be a scrum down to the Pumas on the 10-meter line inside Griquas territory. Right, so 9 minutes into the second half here. It's still a 9-point lead here for the Pumas. So great stuff from them to counter that attack from the Griquas. As we have a short breakage in time here or stoppage in time for injury. But it's an exciting start to the second half. It was a 16-point lead for the Pumas. And currently, the scoreboard, 30 points to 21. 30 points to 21, Adam. So a good lead here still for the Pumas as we go into the 10th minute of the second half. Francois Engelbrecht asks, do you follow Super Rugby? So I did follow a little bit, Francois. I watched last week's game, but unfortunately, I couldn't get time to watch the games this morning. So I know that the Crusaders have qualified as the first semi-final was played. The Crusaders won that game, so they are in the final. And then tomorrow it's the Brumbies up against the Blues. So I'm expecting an all-out New Zealand final between the Blues and the Crusaders, with the Blues winning it. Well, Crystal September off the back gets it out to Eddie Fischer, straightens the line here on the 10-meter line. Still comes back to the Pumas side, or will it? Yes, it will. So it's Mafura who picks up and go. Quick ball needed now. Eddie Fischer scrum off here. It is going to be taken by Yeke Prinsloo. Now Corne Fourie. One-handed catch there from the loose prop. Now the ball comes back. Yeke Prinsloo. Out it comes to Makangwana. Sets it up between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Now Prinsloo. It's Edwin Swart. Takes it up again for the Pumas. Now Crystal September. Tinus de Beer. Throws another little dummy. Goes himself. Gets the pass out to Eddie Fischer. Here's another chance now for the Pumas. 10 meters out from the try line as they are brought down. But they're penalized for holding on. And it's going to be Dion Slut who gets penalized there on the ground for holding on. So, Achilles, I don't know if there's any relation between you and Dion Slubbert, but he's given away the penalty right there. So Filipposov now the kick downfield, and he finds touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside the Griquas territory. Very unfortunate to give away the penalty there. Great work done by Ashlyn Davids. Right, so it is going to be the throw in now from Hanko Ace here for the Griquas, right about on the 10-meter line inside their own half. We still got 28 minutes to play in this one. 9 penalties conceded by the Pumas to the 4 of the Griquas so far. And it's only a matter of time, I think, before the Griquas will hit back in this game again. Well, Gordon needs 57 points for his bet that he's got. So just 6 more points and you're there. Surely they will get another try somewhere down the line. Hanko Ace with the throw into this lineup. It goes to the back to Hanres Sergel. Comes out to Mulder now. Filipposov with a little chip kick over the top. He's going to chase after it. And Mafura has found a bit of space here for the Pumas. And he's run straight through here for the Pumas to get another try. The bounce of the ball favoring Mafura as he picked that ball up and ran straight through the middle. And that's another try to the Pumas. It's 35 points to 21 with the conversion to come. 27 minutes to go in this game. Well, there we go. 56 points on the board. Then it is. So the conversion will get you your winnings, Gordon. Great stuff there from the Pumas. Again, 35 points to 21 with the conversion to come. Great stuff from the Pumas and hitting back when they're down one man twice in this game. Francois Engelbrecht says, I know it's only late, but do you think we'll come out victorious between Leinster and the Bulls? What's your prediction? So, as a South African, Francois, I'm hoping that the Bulls can beat Leinster. But to be realistic and having a look how the competition has gone with Leinster at home at the RDS, I think it's going to be a Leinster victory between 5 and 15 points. And hopefully I'm going to be wrong and the Bulls can pull it off. The conversion from Eddie Foucher is a beauty again, and it's 37 points to 21. Kelly says, Francois is a massive Bulls fan. I think Leinster going to beat the Bulls by 30 plus points. The Bulls can beat Leinster. It's not impossible, but that's my honest opinion. So 37 points to 21 it is now. And the Pumas, with 26 minutes to play, are looking solid for the victory here. Here's the restart from the Griquas again, and it's going to bounce once and into touch. So it's going to be a line out to, well, I think it might even be a line out to the Griquas here, 50-22 maybe. Now it's going to be a Pumas line out. So 5 meters inside the 22 of the Pumas, it's going to be a line out to them. Skitter coming on for Buerta. Yeah, it's 37 to 21, Gordon. So Flashcore still needs to update the conversion that went over. So 37 to 21 is the scoreline. You've reached your goal. So the Pumas clear that ball to run about the 10-meter line between the 10 and the 22 of the Pumas. 24 minutes left in this one. 37 points to 21. Flashcore still needs to add the extra 2. 24 minutes left in this game. The Pumas well and truly ahead now, again by 16 points. The Pumas, as it stands, will end in 3rd place, with the Griquas ending in 4th place on the lock. Achilles says, if the Bulls play the A game and run with the ball and we attack and defend well, and we take each point made available for us, we can beat Leinster by 5 to 10 points. Right, here comes the driving ball from the Griquas now. Is this game still in the balance? Here comes a big driving ball from them up to the 22 goes the Griquas now. Working penalty advantage coming for them as well. Now off the back, they make it to Retief now. 10 meters out. Mulder out to Jonker. Now Boshoff gets the pass out beautifully to Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg is going to go all the way and gets another try for the Griquas. So the Griquas hit back immediately, and there's still about 40 seconds left on that yellow card for the Pumas. This game has come to life here since the 25th minute of the first half. It's been all around. So to 37-26 it is now, with the conversion to come. Great work from both teams, entertaining us this way. It's looked a lot better for the Griquas since Philo Boshoff has come onto the field as well for them. 37-26 it is now, and a conversion still to come. Great work from Philo Boshoff so far. The replacement fly off for the Griquas in the absence of Zander du Plessis, who's been brilliant for the Griquas as well. Conversion has gone through, so 37-28 is the scoreline here between the two sides, and it's back to a 9-point lead then for the Pumas. Will they be able to round this one off, or will the Griquas have the last say in this game? 37 points to 28 at the moment, and the yellow card should be back on the field as well now. Willie Engelbrecht should be back for the Pumas. We still got 22 minutes to go in this game. Tinus de Beer with the restart then, and it's a deep kick in from him, finding Ngoma. Ngoma is going to chase this one up to straight up to over the 22-meter line. Brought down just outside the 22 now. Mulder gets it out to the big forwards again, sets it up for Hanku. Now comes back for Mulder to Philo Boshoff, who puts it on the boot straight down the middle of the field. Tinus de Beer back for it. He's going to go with the kick downfield as well, looking for the 50-22, but well read by Ashlyn Davids. Ashlyn Davids now the kick downfield, straight back into the hands of Tinus de Beer, just outside the 22, gets it out to Devin Williams. Devin Williams with a high kick. Chase coming now from Tinus de Beer, and it's taken by Gert Mulder on the 10-meter line. Inside Griquas territory now. Waiting for it is the Griquas now, gets it out. Taken up beautifully again by Retief. Now it's Mulder waiting for it. Right on the 10-meter line inside Griquas territory now. It's taken up by Davids. Still on the 10-meter line inside Griquas territory now. Mulder getting slow ball from the back here. Now goes for the box kick over the top again. The chase coming from Luther Obi. Devin Williams back for it. He's going to kick it down again, looking for space. But Ashlyn Davids, the fullback, is back for it. Now running it from his own 22. Goes high up again. Mulder chasing after this kick. And he's collected it beautifully. It's a replacement scrum off. Then Davids now gets the pass out to Philo Boshoff now. Through the back, Jonker now gets it out to Obi again, now to Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg cuts back inside, caught on the halfway line. Now Mulder again waiting at scrum off, gets it out to Davids again. Now Philo Boshoff straightening the line. Andres Segel gets it out to Neil Otto. The pass through the back door from Ashlyn Davids to Hanko Ace, who makes it up about between the 10 and the halfway line. Now Mulder again. Back to Davids again. Between the 10 and the halfway line in the middle of the field, penalty advantage. Philo Boshoff on the inside to Obi, gets the pass back to Philo Boshoff. Philo Boshoff with the offload to Andres Sergel. Ball knocked backwards, taken by Mulder, but the referee's going to call them back for another penalty here. And let's just see what the referee's going to say here, but I think it's an offside by the Pumas again, so just have to wait and see what Boris Vesthuizen have to say here. He's talking to Willie Engelbrecht, who's just come back onto the field as well. Just telling that there's too many penalties being given away now, with just about 19 minutes to play in this one. Yeah, Chris de Potgieter says, hopefully ref won't influence the result of the game too much. And we've already seen 2 yellow cards given to the Pumas, but the Pumas have scored the most points well down to 14 men. It's a 9-point game between the two sides at the moment, and the penalty's on the 10-meter line inside Pumas territory in the middle of the field. So let's just see what they decide to do here. Remember, both teams have already qualified for the semi-finals. It's just a matter of where on the lock they will end, third or fourth. Currently, the Pumas moving into third place with the Griquas in fourth. Right, so they are going to kick this to the corner as the Griquas not opting to go for goal here. 19 minutes left in this game. Filabosov with a kick downfield then for the Griquas. He's going to find touch round about 15 meters out from the try line. A good opportunity here for the Griquas to hit back and reduce the deficit to 2 points. It is about 10 meters out, though. Both teams are going to end on 32 points as it stands at the moment. But the Pumas have a better point differential. Now taken up by Handru Sergel. Here comes the driving maul from the Griquas now. Hanko Ace controlling at the back here. And now Gert Mulder. Oh, he's been caught by Makongwana. Brilliant defense there from Makongwana on Gert Mulder. Now Laza's waiting for it at scrum off. Gets it out to Handru Sergel. Handru Sergel takes it up 10 meters out from the try line. Obi again now. No, Gert Mulder has dropped in. Neil Otto now takes it up for the Griquas. 10 meters out from the try line. Chance now for the Griquas here. David's taking it up beautifully. Still about 10 meters out. Mulder comes back to Handru Sergel now. 5 meters out from the try line. Mulder changes direction to the left now. Jonker is going to step and get over the try line. It's Reinhard Jonker for the try here for the Griquas. And suddenly this game is back on. 37-33 it is now with the conversion to come. We've got 17 minutes to go. 17 minutes to go in this game. And it's basically a 4-point game with the conversion to come. Brilliant step from Reinhard Jonker on Crystal September there. And this game is still very much in the balance with 17 minutes to go. 37-33 at the moment with the conversion to come. Barry says, well done, Griquas. Now we're talking. So Filabosov with the conversion attempt now for the Griquas. Everything is just free-flowing since this youngster has come onto the field for the Griquas. So with 16 and a half minutes to play, will it be a 2-point game or a 4-point game? Let's see what the Griquas can do with this remaining 16 and a half minutes to go. That kick from Filabosov has gone through the middle. So 37-35. It's a 2-point game at the moment. And some brilliant kicking display from both sides as well today at goal between the two kickers, Eddie Fischer and then also George Whitehead and also now Filabosov. Right, so Tinus de Beer then, he's been completely out of it here in the second half. Had such a good first half. And the same goes for Corne Fourie. Oh, the restart grabbed by the Pumas. And it's going to be Jade Stichling who gets the try for the Pumas. A massive mix-up by the Griquas from the restart. The ball spills out the back. And it's Jade Stichling who picks that ball up and runs straight for the try line. Magnificent from the Pumas again there. Well, sloppy to say the least from the Griquas, but an opportunity taken by the Pumas as that restart not collected by the Griquas and beautifully taken by Jade Stichling. The ball basically bounced into his hands from that knock backwards, and he went with an open try line. I don't think he believed his eyes when he saw it. So that is another try then. So the Pumas now 42, The Griquas 35 with the conversion to come. Unbelievable stuff that we are seeing here with 15 minutes remaining in this game. Eddie Fisher now with the conversion attempt. 6 out of 6 today. And let me tell you this, none of them, well, not most of them have not been easy today for Eddie. Even this one, not as simple as it sounds. Fisher now with the conversion attempt. And that one is another sweetly struck kick. So 44 points to 35. The Pumas are back in it. Well, not back in it, back into demanding lead. It's a 9-point lead here that they've got. Will they keep it with 15 minutes remaining? Right, here's the restart again, taken by Willie Engelbrecht. Now gets the pass out to Devin Williams, who puts it on the boot, and he's going to find touch roughly on the 10-meter line inside Griquas territory. Barry says, yeah, Pumas hit back quickly. Andre Dupe asks, Guru, do you think the Bulls can do it? On a given day, with a little bit of luck, I think the Bulls will be able to pull it off. But I don't know. My rugby brain is just telling me Leinster all the way today. But let's hope for the Bulls' sake and for the fans and for South African rugby, we can pull it off. I will definitely be shouting for the Bulls tonight. Right, thrown from Hanko Ace again. And this time it's going to be a free kick to the Pumas. Free kick to the Pumas from that line-out. And here's a chance now for the Pumas to go on the attack again with 13 and a half minutes to go. Barry Green says, never saw it coming. So more replacements on the field. Number 21 for the Pumas on the field as well is Jovan Snyman, the replacement scrum half on the field. Right, so territory going the way of the Griquas, 58 to 42%, but the scoreboard remains in favor of the Pumas, 44 to 35, with 13 minutes to play in this game. Scrum down to the Pumas on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Christo Potgieter says, totally agree. Anything can happen in the playoffs. And that's what I said. Look at last week, for example. I personally didn't expect the Sharks to do well against the Bulls, and they came out firing in that game and nearly won that game. So penalty to the Griquas then from that scrum, and a chance now for them to kick this downfield and set up another great attacking lineup. Corne Ferri, who's been brilliant in that first half for the Pumas, have completely disappeared in the second. And then a poor kick from Philip Ossoff as well, only finding touch on a 22-meter line in for the Griquas. So they've got quite a distance still to go. Achilles says, hearing Guru say he will back the Bulls makes me blush and want to hug him. Right, so it's going to be a line out on the 22-meter line here for the Griquas. Hanko Ace to throw this one into the line out for the Griquas. Another try is going to set up a thrilling end to this game. Taken at the front by Retief now. Here comes the driving ball from the Griquas right on the 22-meter line. Hanko Ace controlling at the back of this maul now for the Griquas. They are slowly starting to move forward. Is the Griquas now. Slowly, but surely the Griquas still coming now. Now it comes to ground. Martin's up over that ball, nearly winning it for the Pumas. Mulder having to dig deep to get that ball back. Now it's David, sets it up 5 meters inside the 22 of the Pumas. Mulder again. Now it's work by Otto. Mulder again. Gets it back to Reinhard Jonker. Reinhard Jonker running the wrong way. Now brought down. Right on the 22-meter line. Now Mulder comes back again to Otto. Now Mulder waiting for it again. Comes back through the forwards once more. Just trying to set up a couple of phases here. Now Hundred Circle running in at pace. Still about 15 meters out. Still they're coming. Not rolling away is Corne Ferri, surely. But the referee hasn't blown it. Still coming as the Griquas, still 15 meters out from the try line. Now on the attack through the forwards as the Griquas, but the defense from the Pumas are brilliant at the moment with 10 minutes to play. Mulder again now works it through the replacement prop forward for the Griquas, still not gaining any ground. Neil Otto now with his hands on the ball for the Griquas, the captain. Comes out to another replacement on the field then for them. Couple of them now on the field. It was Van der Goes who made a bit of headway, but now isolated and gives away the penalty for the Pumas. Great work done there on the defense by the Pumas, denying the Griquas any go forward ball, and they give away the penalty with 9.5 minutes to go. Not releasing the ball on the ground, and Tinus de Beer will be able to kick this downfield. Makidi says, I heard Type Furlong, etc. going to be available for Leinster. It's going to be tough for us. And Andre Dupe says, I think the Bulls will suffer in the scrum. Hope not. Right, that kick from the Pumas not finding touch into the hands of Mutzenberg. And he's made a couple of meters now. Philip Bossoff, Ashland David slips past one, up over the 10-meter line inside Pumas half now. Mulder waiting for it again. Hanko Ace now. Hanko Ace scored. Oh, he's knocked that ball on. And here's a chance now for a counter-attack from the Pumas again. Tinus de Beer. Out it comes to Sebastian de Klerk. Puts it on the boot. And that's not going to find touch into the hands of Meisenberg again. Now Meisenberg up to the 10-meter line inside Griquas territory. Mulder again. Out to Philip Bossoff. Gets the pass out to Obi now. Andres Sergel. He's up to the 10-meter line inside Pumas territory now. Mulder again waiting for it. He's caught by Snyman. The ball spills out, but still in control by the Griquas on the 10-meter line inside Pumas territory. Now Mulder is waiting. Gets it up to Hanko Ace again. Sets it up nicely. Right on the 10-meter line in the middle of the field. Now here comes Reinhard Jonker. Gets the pass out to Yamlaza. Yamlaza still going up to the 22-meter line. Up over the 22. Now 5 meters inside the 22 of the Pumas. Here they come again through the forwards. Just sitting up. Mulder again out to Philip Bossoff. Throws a little dummy. Goes himself. But caught very quickly. That gap closing down very quickly. Now Reinhard Jonker out. It comes to Ashland Davids. Caught behind the advantage line by Jade Stichling. Pushed back all the way. And now the ball spills loose. Tinus de Beer puts it on a boot. And it's going to find touch roundabout between the 10 and the 22 of the Griquas. We've got 7.5 minutes to go. Right, so some great attacking play from the Griquas, but just unable to finish things off. 44-35 with 7.5 minutes to go. 7.5 minutes to go. Well, to be fair, Barry, I also think that the Bulls might struggle at scrum time because they're up against a very good Leinster pack of forwards. And just to give you an idea of how that forwards look like, you've got Jack Conan, Josh van der Vlier, Kalen Doris, James Ryan, Joe McCarthy, Tyke Furlong, Dan Sheehan, and Andrew Porter. It's an Irish pack of forwards. And it doesn't get any better in the back line with Jimmy O'Brien, Jordan Lama, Gary Ringrose, Robbie Henshaw, Rory O'Loughlin, Ross Byrne, and Jameson Gibson Park. So the Bulls are going to be in for a big game. They're going to have to be at their very best tonight. The throw from Hanko Ace retrieved by Retief. And here comes the driving maul now for the Griquas. 7 minutes to play. Hanko Ace at the back now. Gert Mulder gets it out to Reinhard Jonker, who gets sandwiched by Martens and Engelbrecht. Driven back in the tackle. Now controlled again as they're trying to make a bit of headway again as the Griquas through their forwards. But just not able to breach this Pumas defensive line at the moment. Mulder goes to the box kick over the top. Chase coming from them, but beautifully taken by Jade Stichling, who's come into his own in the second half. Now it's again a kick by Tinus de Beer, a little cross kick. Well read by Ashland Davids. Given back to Yamlaza. Now there's a charge here from the Griquas. Little offloads here and there, but again, the Pumas defense just holding on valiantly at the moment. Mulder again now, Davids. David Sefila, pass off. He's trying to hit into space. Brought down on the 10-meter line inside the Griquas half. Now Mulder again with the box kick over the top. Chasing after this is Hartzenberg. It's knocked on by Devin Williams. And now Gert Mulder, but the referee is going to call it back. So knock on from Devin Williams with 5.5 minutes to go. It's all happening here at the moment. Cameron Kleinon says the Bulls have done well to reach this stage. They've wasted petrol flying over there. It's going to be a long night for them. And in time check, Guru, 6:45 p.m. here in the UK. It's 7:45 in South Africa. So we are an hour ahead of you guys. So we are going to cross over to that game at 8:10. So we will be starting with the basically a little preview before the start of the game. So we'll talk about that game in a little bit. At the moment, it's the Pumas leading by 9 points against the Griquas with 5 minutes to go. Andre Dupe says Leinster can be beaten just like the French and La Rochelle did. Absolutely. Johannes Spain says, tonight I'm behind the Bulls all the way. Bulls with 5 points as well. Mulder now with a scrum feed here for the Griquas. It's controlled at the back. Solid scrum from both sides now. Mulder out to Labosov. Another little kick by Hollis now. And here comes Luther Obi with a massive run, but Jade Stichlin has managed to kick that ball into touch 5 meters out from the try line. Will the Griquas get a try and set up for a massive final couple of minutes in this game? It's all happening out here. Line out to the Griquas, 5 meters out from the try line. 9 points the difference here, and 4 minutes to play. 4 minutes to play here. Can the Griquas hit quick and hit hard here with this lineup and set up a final 2 minutes? That's going to be very exciting. It's taken again by the Griquas. Here comes the driving maul. Hanko Ace controlling at the back here. Hanko Ace still going, and Hanko Ace, he's knocked it backwards. But the Griquas, I think, has gone over for the try anyway. Let's just see what is going to happen. Are they going to go upstairs for this? I think they might have scored a try. So Hanko Ace, did he lose that ball forward? That is the big question. He has lost it. It might have been knocked forward by Eddie Fischer and then retained by the Griquas. So let's just see what the referee decides here. But I think it might be a knock-on. I'm just hoping for a good finish here. But we might not get the thrilling finish that we were looking for here. Cameron says, no doubt they can be beaten, but the Bulls is not that team. I was hoping for all SAURC final, but sadly, it won't be. Hopefully, the Bulls proved me wrong. Then Musabas says, great commentary, Mr. Guru, love it. Thanks, Musabas. So I think Hanko Ace knocked that. Well, he was on his way to ground that ball, then he got knocked out by Eddie Fischer in a backwards position, then picked up by the Griqua player, and he scored the try here for them. I think that's going to be a try. The on-field decision is try as well. So if there's no reason not to award this, then we're in for a final 2 thrilling minutes in this game. Musabas says, love the orange juice, Mr. Guru. Yes, Sabas. Thanks, Mr. Musabas. So, yeah, just a little bit of a change for a change. Something different to what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. Again, don't know what I'm allowed to say or not allowed to say on the channel. So, yeah, they're taking their time with the decision here, and I hope that they award this try. So, here we go. The try's been awarded here, and the Griquas are back within 4 points with the conversion to come. It is Werner Gouds who gets the try for the Griquas, and now we're going down to a final 3 minutes here. It could be very exciting. Filabosov taking his time with this conversion, as 2 points is 2 points. Eric Davison says Bulls can't compete with the speed of Leinster at breakdown. Over the top Bulls, put them on the back foot. I'll keep score down too. And then what a big game this is. The conversion is over, so it's 44 points to 42 with 2.5 minutes to go. Andre Dup says, gooi iets lekker by man. Yeah, maybe there is. Right, so 44 to 42. Let's see if this game is going to have another twist. Mustafa says, all the Safas, let's support the koeie vanaand. Kom laat die koeie nie vanaand van die vloer af eet nie, hoor? Stormers, big Stormers fan is Mustafa. Right, here's the restart from Eddie Fisher. 44-42, and it's taken by Ashlyn Davids on the 22-meter line. The Griquas have got this ball from the 22. They've got a minute and a half to try and win this game. They are going to work it through the forwards, just setting it up inside the 22 now. Mulder, will he go with the box kick over the top to try and put the pressure on the Pumas? Here they come now. It's not too far, so it could come back to their side, and it does. Now Mulder again gets it out to Filabosov. There's numbers on the left-hand side. The skip pass out to Lutherobi, and here he comes now. It's up over the halfway line. Oh, the pass is forward to Reinhard Jonker surely, but the referee says play on. Just up over the 22 is the Griquas now, and it's a penalty advantage to the Griquas here. We might just see the Griquas finishing this game off with a win. Well. The penalty awarded to the Griquas here on the 22-meter line, 5 meters from the left-hand touch line. We've got less than a minute to play, and Filabosov has signaled that he's going to have the shot at goal. Andres Sergel, well, let's just see what Andres Sergel decides here. He is going to have the shot at goal. This could be a great Griquas comeback victory once again. They've done it last week, and they could possibly do it again today. This penalty will decide the game. Offside by Eddie Fisher that led to that penalty. And 10 seconds to go. Tick-tock. If this one goes over, the Griquas win it. And if it doesn't, the Pumas will win this. 80 minutes up on the clock. And just a conversion to come. Will the Griquas snatch victory here at the death again? Filabosov with this penalty attempt, 5 meters from the left-hand touchline, and he struck it. He struck gold for the Griquas. It's 45-44 victory here for the Griquas. What a kick! 5 meters from the left-hand touchline, just over the 22. Filabosov has just won this game for the Griquas and has sent them into third place on the lock here. So whoever wins tomorrow between the Bulls and the Cheetahs will face the Pumas, and the loser of the game tomorrow will take on the Griquas in the other semi-final. What a fantastic game. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to have to leave it at this. Congratulations to the Griquas and the Pumas for reaching the semi-finals. I'm going to be back in about more or less 15 minutes time, and we're going to start with the countdown to the big one between Leinster and the Bulls. So until next time, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.